Have you ever considered that there is a conflict between science, innovation, and religiosity? I can say there is an absolute collaboration between science, innovation, and religiosity. If we get back to our human evolution and its continuation, then how we have been continuing? This is the great question. Of course, we do not obtain knowledge from outside of the universe or from the vacuum or emptiness, but rather from the universe. The question here is, who created this universe? So where are we getting from this information? Possible answer is very simple. Just I'd like to give an example of the innovation and its continuation. You can see very beginning of a smartphone, as the first iPhone was introduced by Apple on June 29, 2007. So far, we have the iPhone 14 Pro Max at the moment, and some others as well. This latest model didn't appear on the market by chance. Rather, existing knowledge has been used to improve the mentioned knowledge or model. Without Nokia's early contributions and the contributions of other companies, today's smartphone wouldn't exist. As a result, there is always interconnection and interlink to our existing knowledge and ideas in our innovation. Similarly, whatever initial understanding or knowledge we have, it has always existed within our universe. That is why, whenever we try to develop an aerodynamic application, then we can, of course, utilize a natural example. Always we try to get back. This is an outstanding example of an eagle from our nature. We can take the way they have been their wings shaped, which enable them to fly easily with speed. This facilitates their ability to hunt. This is called, or this is biomimicry innovation for how planes take off and fly through space. That understanding coming from ego, from the nature. We can also learn about other innovations, such as earthquake and radar technology. How we develop them in relation with our natural environment, and how we study and learn from our nature. Yes, it is existing knowledge that we can gain understanding from another example of our nature. As a snake, we can take example as a snake from our nature. The way they communicate, snake can detect their prey through ground vibrations using their tongue. So this is the existing knowledge we can obtain from the nature, which we can then apply to our science as an evidence by the night vision technology. This is another example we are going to take. How scientists, they develop, and they have been working on that to improve more and more. Yeah, we can see how owls have contributed that understanding to develop as a night vision technology. This is due to their retina, that what owls they got from the nature. Yeah, they have higher density of light sensitive cells known as rods, which allow them to see in a dim light. Another example you can take from the nature as a pigeon. You can take your pigeon from home to far away and you can release them. And of course, they will get back to your home where they're living. Yeah, how? How it is possible? Because they can detect by detecting the angle of sunlight and using magnetite particles in their inner ears. They also use visual cues or clues to navigate the landscape and landmarks. As a result, robotic technology such as drones and self-driving cars can be developed to use by visualize indicators for navigation and landmark identification in a similar manner what vision they do in our natural application. We can learn more about how dolphins, dogs, and cats they can communicate. Yeah. Because they have an exceptional ability to hear, detect sound over the long distance, and they can distinguish between different types of sound. Even they can understand and distinguish specific sound in order to communicate with their other mates, friends, relatives, and their family members. Can you see? This can help those who are deaf and others who have hearing difficulties. Thus, our sign can learn from them. So we can take an example from the nature and we can apply for resolving our problems, what we have been confronting. So we can now understand that knowledge don't come from the emptiness. What we are applying to the technology. As I explained about iPhone or other technology, there is always the possibility to utilize our nature as a model to develop our innovation and technology. We do have grounded or existing knowledge in our universe. What we can do utilize. Of course, nature provides us with the existing knowledge behind that knowledge. Someone is responsible or contributes to teaching us how we can contribute to innovate or use the technology for the well-being of the world. And we can facilitate our humanity and our continuation for the future generation. So this is again the question. The question is coming again and again. Who is the secret contributor of the mentioned knowledge? Who is the driving force behind all of those application, mechanism, and innovations? Of course, this is what we called him as a God. Our God, who is always at the back of the nature or behind of the nature. This is our Almighty God, using his own technology over his creations. And we are trying to get understand from his innovative nature. However, we cannot say that religiosity, it had a pleasant relation with science and innovation. We cannot claim that. Of course, from our previous history, we can do understand how Galileo, an Italian astronomer who was persecuted by the Catholic Church for his support of heliocentrism. So what is mean of heliocentrism? The idea that the Earth and other planets revolve around the Sun rather than the Earth being at the center of the universe. They used to believe that Earth was the center of the universe. Not only Galileo, but also others were constrained or confronted while introducing or developing scientific application and knowledge for breakthrough innovation. This is because so-called traditional religious believers and practitioners use religious for their own benefit, for their own interest, rather than in a universal manner, or to provide benefit to all. But now we must comprehend more than ever. It is the freedom of religious beliefs and practice that facilitates our science and innovation to improve more and more for our current and future generation. Thank you very much.